Sean Combs accused of abusing 120 people, including 25 minors.
Dude, 60 of them are dudes.
But here's the
120,
thing. Okay.
60 dudes.
Like with the Jeffrey Epstein thing, I want to see how many people actually come forward, because I think people are getting paid.
These are the Diddy pictures Hollywood doesn't want you to see. Every A-list celebrity from Leonardo DiCaprio to Mariah Carey can be seen partying with the disgraced rapper at his various get-togethers dating back to 1998.
This corner they over there having this corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay?
Going to name names in these lawsuits. As of now, do you have celebrity names?
I do. I think people already are suspecting some of the names that you might see. I think some of them will be shocking, though. People that attended the parties that watched some of this behavior occur and stood by and let it happen.
And it's not just there. It's everywhere. My news feed is dominated by it. Fox News, CNN, everyone. There's raids at Diddy's house.
What up? How you listening? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
If you've never been to a Diddy party allegedly, you have to follow some disturbing terms. Don't worry I'm covering each and every single thing they demand during a freak-off, because things are getting a lot darker with these new details coming out about Diddy's infamous baby oil parties. A former guest has shared disturbing stories, including some unsettling party rules. Now, according to this guest, you couldn't just walk in, you had to be chosen, and once you were in, what went on inside was a whole different level of strange. We're talking about specific guidelines, how you should dress accordingly to your age in which room you will be, and so on, and wait until you read the terms young ones had to follow, because those are out of this league. Now, to get the idea, this whole list of terms and conditions were recently revealed by a model named Tania, who went to one of P. Diddy's famous parties, talked about the surprising and disturbing things she saw there. She told Soft White Underbelly about the wild scenes at these parties. When she arrived, security was strict at the entrance. They made sure no one brought phones or any devices that could take pictures or videos. Guests had to give up their phones, which were sealed in bubble cases to keep any photos or videos from getting out. As Tania walked around the party, she soon noticed that not everyone could go into the main house, the most exclusive part of the event. Only a special group of guests got invited inside, and they were chosen by Diddy's close friends and family, including one of his sons.
I'll be in there for a few minutes. I'll be right out. Walk up in there. Orgies. This going on. That going on. A few things going on.
So wait, like the main house is the party, and then there's a separate room or a separate section where the freak off is taking place?
Separate section where the freak off is taking place.
And you can't see this section from the main party?
No, because you got to go inside the house. The party is like outside, and the party is inside too, but that's the freak off.
To show they were allowed in, these guests were given a special item, a pair of white shoes. Wearing these shoes meant they had permission to go into the private, hidden parts of the house. Once inside the main house, Tania described the scene as loud and chaotic. House music blasted so loudly that it was difficult to make out conversations or even see what was happening clearly. The party escalated into a wild frenzy with people walking around naked, diving into the pool for skinny dipping sessions and drinking mimosas. The vibe felt surreal and unhinged.
Came up to me, he's like, "How are you liking my house?" And I'm like, I'm trying not to be starstruck, so I wasn't looking him in his eye. And so I was just having side conversations with him. He's, "Oh, you know, the prince been telling me a lot about you and da-da-da-da, like, but you need to go inside my house, enjoy my house." And he's saying little stuff like, "What's mine is yours," and all of this stuff or whatever, right? So I tell my friend, like, "Girl, let me just go up in this house," you know, like, the nigga wants me to go inside.
Waitresses moved through the crowd, passing drinks to anyone who wanted to indulge. There is also another big controversy about the drinks at these parties. People think there were some young guests there, and if Diddy liked them, he might put something suspicious in their drinks to make them unconscious, so he can put some baby oil on them. What really stood out to Tania at the party was seeing little people dressed like Harajuku dolls with red lipstick on. It seemed odd and added a strange, almost fetish-like vibe to the event. She couldn't understand why they were there, especially since it was early and the party was more for adults. It just didn't feel right. She thought, wondering why they were part of such a wild party.
This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just gonna say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not gonna say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like, dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on. But why would they be at this party at 7 o'clock in the morning with grown people? Like, why would they be here? So I just, why me go in the house and why not the girl? So now you're picking and choosing. So it's fishy to me. So when all this stuff started coming out, I was like, I knew I was right. I knew it. Like, it ain't no doubt about that. P. Diddy was doing all that, and like I say, I don't judge because I've been around people doing cocaine, but these hard drugs that they was doing, and just, I ain't gonna lie, it was orgies and stuff going on. So all of this stuff going on, I'm like, why is people doing stuff all in the open? Like, that's just offending me and assaulting me.
Tania also saw some Instagram models walking around, which made the party feel even more unreal. At one point, she even spoke with Diddy himself, who casually asked her about Cuba and if she planned to go with them. The conversation felt odd, especially as the party started to become more explicit. Tania said that everything around her started to feel like a scene from a movie, wild and completely out of control. Now, these unsettling revelations come at a time when Diddy is facing some serious federal charges related to trafficking and racketeering, and allegations suggest that his business empire, including Bad Boy Entertainment, played a role in facilitating illegal activities during these infamous freak-off parties. As the trial approached in May 2024, with Diddy pleading not guilty, the stakes couldn't be higher. If convicted, he faces at least 15 years in prison. Now here's the thing we've known for a while, that Diddy had children at his parties. Let's talk about the resurfaced video from one of his infamous white parties. Diddy, dressed in all white and holding a champagne glass, addresses the crowd from a balcony with a microphone in hand. He gives a message directly to the kids in attendance, telling them they have like an hour left before things take a different turn.
And to all the kids have like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to, okay? So, let's just start to get our groove on a little bit. In an hour, we put the kids away, it's all good. All right, DJ, let's hit it. Let's do it.
Yikes. And all of this is coming to light as 5 new accusers, including a then 13-year-old girl, have recently filed civil suits against Diddy. These new allegations add to the already mounting legal issues surrounding the music mogul. The 5 new accusers, 3 women and 2 men, are alleging assaults that span from as far back as 2000 to as recent as 2022. One of the most disturbing claims comes from a woman who says she was only 13 years old when she was assaulted at an MTV Video Music Awards after party in 2000 by Diddy, and another unnamed male celebrity with a female celebrity reportedly watching. Now these celebs might be soon revealed by the feds, as well as the feds have allegedly a list of names they are investigating alongside Diddy. And these lawsuits are not filed by any normal state lawyer, guys. These lawsuits are filed in a New York federal court by the Busby law firm, which recently announced that more than 120 victims would be filing suits against Diddy now. I'm not going to share everything that happened to everyone, but there are a few victims whose stories I couldn't ignore. Among the accusers are a businessman who claims he was assaulted at a karaoke party in 2022, a personal trainer who alleges a similar incident that same year, and a woman who says she was attacked during a Memorial Day weekend party in Las Vegas in 2014. One of the cases filed by an independent rapper-producer who claims Diddy assaulted her in 2022 was dismissed due to a procedural filing issue. However, with these new claims, the legal pressure on Diddy continues to grow as more and more details about his past behavior surface in court. These allegations follow a separate case from last week involving a former college student who said she was assaulted during a 2004 Da Band promotional shoot when she was just 19. Now, if you remember, I talked about one victim, Jane Doe, claiming that Diddy and 2 unnamed celebrities assaulted her at an MTV VMAs after party in 2000 while she was still a minor. According to her suit, the rapper's limousine driver initially approached her, telling her that Diddy likes younger girls and that she would be his type. Things took a darker turn later that night at an after-party where she claims she was drugged and assaulted. As more allegations pile up, Diddy's legal team remains firm, claiming these accusations are just attempts by the Busby law firm to gain publicity. Diddy, who faces both civil and criminal charges for sex trafficking and other crimes, has kept his innocence, pleading not guilty in court. He is currently held in the special housing unit at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, with his criminal trial scheduled for May 2024. But these aren't the only accusations facing him. Another shocking story has come to light from someone in his close circle, revealing details that we never heard about the Diddy parties. The suit filed by a celebrity personal trainer alleges that Combs assaulted him at an after-party for the 2022 BET Awards. The trainer claims he was invited to the event by a fashion designer who introduced him to Combs, describing the rapper as impressed by his fitness regimen. At the party, the trainer says he was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement and was later taken to a smaller room with red lighting. He alleges he was drugged, lost control of his body, and was sexually assaulted by Combs and others. He described feeling trapped, unable to consent, and blacking out multiple times before waking up outside his apartment without a shirt or phone. These accusations add to the growing number of civil lawsuits against the troubled music mogul, who is also facing serious criminal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Although Combs continues to claim he's innocent, the details from these cases show a side of him that contrasts with his public image. His criminal trial in May 2024 will likely be a key moment in deciding his future. Diddy's reputation is getting a hit every single day, with each lawsuit piling up against him. And it's a matter of time, more celebs will be joining him in his prison cell as well. So, what do you guys think about these whole disturbing terms? What do you think will be the next celeb who joins Diddy in his prison cell? I'll keep you updated on this case, but if you missed what happened to Diddy yesterday, feel free to click on the video to find out.